Well, folks, the Taiwanese are in town and the Chinese are in town and they're buying some of our good products. Oh, I'd like to talk about that, and I will in detail in just a minute.
Every father would like to have their son farm with them and grandson and continue to farm. It's kind of a legacy, I guess. And then my dad was a farmer, and then, of course, then I am and my son. So actually, Jackson, would be the fifth generation from my grandfather. It's going to be key for us to have American Ag Credit. It's a long-term partnership with them is what it is.
Well, folks, welcome to the Steckline Report. Nice to have you aboard. U.S. Senators John Hoeven and Heidi Heitkamp say Taiwan will buy about 60 million bushels of U.S. wheat this year and next year. The country also will buy soybeans and corn from us. The deal agreed to just a week or so ago is similar to the one that they struck a couple of years ago, but it's nice to have it in writing, isn't it, friends? They're a big buyer of U.S. hard red spring wheat. North Dakota, of course, is the biggest state in the nation producing that type of wheat, and they're trying to get her sold. My hat's off to the politicians who are finally doing something like that. Wouldn't it be great to have other states working that hard? Hey, speaking of wheat, profit margins are under pressure in the wheat business. We're out planting wheat right now, trying to get this 2016 crop in the ground, and boy, I don't know, it's a little dry and it's just not ideal conditions. So when you think about $4.50 wheat, it makes you cringe. But there's something in the Farm Bill, folks. If you haven't thought about it, listen up. With profit margins under pressure, the price, by the way, for crop insurance this year really isn't that bad, $5.20 a bushel. That's almost $1 less, though, than a year ago. Don't forget that. That's the crop insurance. Of course, you take so much less as far as yield is concerned compared to a crop. So you take that in consideration. Losing $1 a bushel this year from last year on your crop insurance might hurt. Well, guess what? There's a little deal in that Farm Bill that allows us to change our yield. And this is very, very important, folks. We need to take a look at a crop insurance feature that was launched last year. Works pretty good. The crop insurance enhancement called yield exclusion is what many land-grant university economists consider a no-brainer. Crop years are eligible for this yield forgiveness treatment if the average per planted acreage yield for the county falls at least 50% below the country's simple average for the previous 10 consecutive crops. So if you've got a year of disaster or short crops, you can eliminate that from your 10-year average, so your average goes up. So if you have a better average, it'll kind of help cover that dollar loss per bushel that we have from the last year. Kind of makes sense. Probably the best thing you can do is go to your FSA office and ask them, hey, what can we do? Because there are not very many counties in the Midwest, at least with major wheat producing states, that don't have a disastrous year or two in the last 10. So again, a reminder to you, the average yield that they figure for your farm is over the last 10 years. And if there's a couple in there that were really tough, throw them out. Makes that yield go up so you get paid on more bushels. Makes some sense to us. That's kind of the way it is on the Steckline Report. Thanks for being with us.